Hi everybody, Philippa-Lee here, the spiritual tourist. I'm an ex-professional clairvoyant medium, but I still read for you all in public with mini readings for free each Sunday night, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So that's available worldwide, so that's Sydney, Australia time. Just check out the events. If you want to catch future videos, then please do turn on notifications. I think there's a box in there where you can turn on notifications when the video is live, I believe. I don't really know how it all works, but welcome, welcome, welcome. We're starting to see people come on. I'm going to do my usual introductions. I've done myself. This is my husband, Boogs, otherwise known as Andrew. Hi, Taylor. Then we've got Marley, who's determined to give us from behind tonight. I don't know if you can see her. There she is. Hey, sweetie. I hope you got her then. So a lot going on. Huh? We got her? Oh, good. A lot going on. I've had a lot of inquiries since the last live. I think everyone's starting to share. Hi Denise, hi Sarah, and Sarah. So note Sarah Carey shared the video. We're actually going to just do a preference thing. If you share the video, you're probably more likely to get a question. It's possibly seen that I'm playing a bit of favourites coming in. If you've seen other videos, I'm not. I've been doing lives for about a year, and so I've had pretty much the same 25 people watching me for the last year, so I'm just wanting to read all of them. I've got a couple of them tonight, but I read about 8 of you in the hour, so I will get to random people as well, alright? So I really don't want to have any preference, just really love you to share this. I'm doing this just to show you what I've found out, which is about the afterlife and looking at the future and things like deja vu. So I do this just to share with you that I am amazed by all this, okay? It's not about me, it's about this stuff. I think we all have intuition. You probably all know when someone's lying to you, your stomach will drop or something like that. You probably had deja vu, which is the French word for feeling familiar in a place. So I'm going to share afterward. I run a private page, which is lovely. And that's for people who want to delve a bit more in for themselves. I don't read on that page, okay? So, hi Vicky, hi Colleen. I don't read on that page, so I think that... I'm just going to go back here. Someone's saying they feel stupid asking. Don't feel stupid asking. I would have asked the other side and cards and all sorts of divination methods, everything under the sun myself probably. Okay, so we've got Colleen there. So I'm sort of skipping my intro a bit here. Feeling intuition to read comments. My husband takes questions. Okay, so look, start asking. Look, I'd love you to share. Let us know you've shared and then ask your question. Okay, because Colleen there just grabbed my eye. So I'm just going to have a quick look at you. I just want to quickly have what else I have to tell you. So what I was saying was, look, there's a couple of people that I am going to read tonight if they're on. And basically it's because they've followed me for ages and didn't have a reading yet. So that's all that's about. And I'll just be reading randomly pretty much from then on in, including next week. I do this every week. Okay, so I have a website as well if you just want to hear a bit more about me, thespiritualtourist.com.au. But something a bit fun I just wanted to quickly do, because I'm putting out a lot of information and I've got a bit on the private group already, which I've mentioned that I will put underneath in the comments. But he started to dream the future. My husband, Boogs. Let's give him a bit of visual. So he's a car guy. He's fascinated by this. He's watched and MC'd for possibly 50 stage shows in person. He's been with me every step of the way, but only for the last 3 years. So considering that people think, oh, it's got to be genetically linked or someone in the family or it's a gift, look, it is wonderful, but it's for anybody because he can now do it. He had a relative of mine and mum's visit and he was telling us things he couldn't have known and that I didn't know until we validated with my mother. So any of us can tap in. Anyway, that's why I read you, because I want you to know that I'm anybody. I used to be a professional clairvoyant medium. I wasn't in the beginning and I'm not now. So it's not all knowing. It's definitely where I will look at the images for you and let you interpret as much as possible, because look, interpretation can go wrong. I read about a year ago for my son about some work things, and it came up lovely and this man would help him and give him this and that and the other. Didn't happen with his current boss at the time, but it's happened last week. Yay! A year later. So it's not always how we want to see it or how we're able to perceive it now. So I just tell you what I see. So I think that was a bit of fun, but just to finish that off with husband there, he had a dream the other night about Justin Bieber. Look, I've been known to predict Justin Bieber's stuff on radio, and he saw upcoming a bit of a love triangle. All right, so Bieber with more than one person. We will see if that happens. Sorry, Bieber. His life is in the public eye, so look, hey, you know, we end up finding out that stuff. That noise was just Marley having a good shake off. She's finding her toy down there, so no distractions, of course. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about fate. We had a reading last week that was with lovely Kim, and there was a lot of, she'd asked about, is he the one, to do with someone she's been seeing recently. And the information that I saw, look, essentially didn't match the man she was asking about, but we interpreted it to be a yes, but look, it's not. It's already not. So looking back on that reading, and that's why I'm loving recording these, basically the stuff didn't match. You know, there was a fellow with a much younger daughter to the one she had. There was validators in there now, like her having a daughter and different things. But ultimately, I think he's still coming for you, Kim, if you watch this. But like I said, it's not quite like Google, and that's just a few examples. And I really want you to keep that in mind when I read your fate, okay? Before I read your question, Colleen, which is about love. Okay. I would ask you, Colleen, I'm a medium as well, so I'm not sure what you've talked about or what you've seen, I should say, to do with me. But I see someone passed around you. It's a male, okay? Look, I don't come in knowing your age. You've got something else in your picture. I can't even see your face, Colleen, so I'm coming in blind, and that's perfectly fine. But I'll get you to interact with me, Colleen. So this is Colleen Mealing. I'll just see. Just scrolling up the comments. Hubby takes questions and tries to give us different sort of things there. Oh, hi, Kim, you are here. Good. Sorry, I wasn't up to date with the scrolling. So I think he's still coming, Kim. I do. I'm going to actually edit that up for you, Kim. I've got a little bit of time this week. I didn't get to it this week. I won't always be able to do that for people, but you're able to download this and actually cut out your bit if you want to show family or anything like that. So I'm seeing a male past, Colleen. I don't know how to compare him to you because I don't know how old you are, but he looks to me... Sorry.
Validating that her husband's passed.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, okay. So I'd assume that you're at the same age group of this man I'm seeing. I'm not sure if you're in your 50s. I hate to say like age and get it wrong. I don't know. It's via looks, but maybe he was a bit older, your husband. Okay, so he's coming through and he wants to talk to you in general. You're welcome, Kim. Look, that's just blowing me away, Colleen, straight up at the beginning. I can get a bit emotional. Look, that's actually why I don't do private readings, because it's just so connective and full-time. It's too much, actually. So I prefer to do this and provide other people who do stuff. So definitely come on the private page. Okay, so he was 52. So yes, 52, he was 48. Okay, because he's telling me 50s. Okay. I'm like, help me. I don't know how old she is. When I do it off-site, it's a bit wrong. Anyway, look, that's a great validator for you that he's really here with us. Look, I felt that this would be the type of thing even coming in for the first reading, which is really interesting. So I feel like he's sort of pushed in there. I'm just going to still my mind and see what he wants to tell us. He's around you but not looking in your private business as such. It's not necessarily him that's going to talk to you about a partner. He's just coming through anyway, and we will look back at your question near the end of your time with us. So he's talking about packing stuff up. I'm assuming this has already happened, okay? Because I'm seeing you even in a different place. Look, I don't know when I'm seeing, but I'm seeing you in the space of moving, so I'm not sure if this is since your husband passed. I keep hearing the number 2 as well. I don't know if this was like 2 years ago or how you relate to the number 2 to do with a date. Okay, so I'm just going to make the odd note here. 2, so we got the 50s. Look, I'll also say, well, just while I'm waiting for Colleen to get back to me, that there's sometimes something you don't find in the now. Look, that's often going to happen because I'm looking at the future potentials as well. Okay, so he passed nearly 2 years ago, Colleen. All right. Like I said, we feel the emotion. I'm very sorry for your loss, but he is with you in spirit. He's technically with you, and I'm more astral travelling. Does that make sense? He's here, but he's not. He's more with you, and I'm tapping into you. It's a long story, but there's a part of us that's in the afterlife when we're awake, when we're asleep, all that sort of stuff. So you're validating for me that it's coming up to his 2nd anniversary. Okay, so he's mentioning that. He thought it was quite important to say that, and he's around you, especially at the times where you think of him. Sometimes there's that one thing, like I said, that isn't found. Look, we're finding your bits now, Colleen, but don't obsess over them. Look at the majority of what you do get as your proof or validation of the afterlife and your loved one around you. Look, that's what I hope I give you anyway. So this is quite astounding. I'm seeing daughter or daughters to you. So did you both have kids together, Colleen? So I'll put there kids and daughter. I just make myself some notes, otherwise I get a bit confused, or more confused, I should say. Good evening, Marie. Oh, hi there, Michelle Wood. You're actually Brian I don't know how do you say your last name, Brian. Okay. He's Michelle Wood. I'll put that in brackets. I've promised Brian to read him for a year. As I was mentioning earlier, the people that I want to read for. There's only a couple of them, and Brian's definitely one of them. So keep asking your questions. I'll get to as many of you as possible.
She validated. Yes, daughter and son.
Okay, so you have a daughter and a son. All right. Look, I'm seeing them grown up as such. Look, it's lots of things to come in your life. It's things where you're always going to be thinking of your partner who passed. And he's with you in those moments. It's a complicated thing, but there's, like I said, a part of us over there. There's also things like him doing other stuff over there. Look, we could sit here all day and talk to him about that, but I want to give you personal messages tonight. And it's when we think of them that they're there. So it's not like when you've got a new partner, he's blessing you. He's going to be there for you later on when it's your time. Not that that's a set thing. And he is telling me it's much later though. And you've got a whole other chapter of your life, Colleen, and he's so excited for you. It's not to be cliched or tacky at all about this, but it's like the movie Titanic with Jack. And I feel really emotional about that for you. He wants you to do that, okay? There's an lovely affirmation that comes to mind, which is I thank the past and say hello to love. I don't think anyone will ever replace him. Well, not that he thinks not. But definitely with the kids there. But you've got companionship that can come towards you. Okay, I am seeing a cruise. Some sort of boat trip. Okay, so Colleen, have you thought about a trip? Have you been asked on a trip? Has anyone suggested this? Have you just thought it was a bit fun maybe? Okay, so Brian, who's actually Michelle on the comments, is asking who's trying to get through. Okay, I'll get to you next, Brian. I'll just do a little bit more with Colleen, but I will address your things there as well. So we did the 2. We validated you've got the kids there. I am seeing a wedding of some description. I feel like this is upcoming. okay? And there's a dress that's quite silky and I know, but you thought of having a holiday. Well, perhaps his suggestion of a holiday, look, see where the flow goes for you. I'm seeing you being in new circles of people, so when you're invited or you think of going to something a little bit different, it could be him encouraging you to actually look at that or what have you. He's your best friend in regards to soul connections. There's no jealousy on the other side. I've had this conversation with people in depth, and I'm not sure if it's just because we don't have the physical body. I don't get those sort of answers a lot. I more get the direct things to validate with you. So, like I said, I'm seeing a bit of a move. Okay, that was the other thing. Okay. So have you moved since your husband passed? I mean, 2 years isn't a long time. Have you thought about that? This could be connected with new love as well. Okay. I do see that you have new love ahead. You've got some choices. I don't know if you're seeing anyone currently or not, but I'm seeing you with choices regardless of that. So I'm not saying that would be a rough road, but just you're going to have lots of opportunity upcoming. This is a good thing. Okay, because you're going to really be sorting out, what do I want? What exactly do I want? You know, do I want to go to that step? Do I just want a companion? It's all these different questions that you'd have for yourself. But I'm seeing you with the potential for that true love again. And I'm seeing you treating yourself, and I would highly recommend treating yourself to that holiday. Even if it's with a group of people, maybe find something that's you thought about moving. Okay, you're not seeing anyone yet. So this makes sense. So he knows this. You've probably sat there and talked to him for him to know this, okay? Because it's not like they're looking over our shoulder. You're not usually. And he's coming from such a lovely space. He's showing me a wedding. So let's just quickly talk about the kids, and then we've got Brian on as Brian, I think. Let us know if you're Brian now, because Brian is watching. So with the move, I am seeing that potential, and it's nothing to rush yourself with, Colleen. It's when your intuition comes in. Okay, your Brian is Brian now, right? So it's about your intuition, Colleen. It's about whenever feels right for you, and look at the synchronicity, signs and signals as well. Is going to be really helpful for you. But quite a few validators there. And just the kids quickly, is one of them in a relationship? It's something about a wedding, and he'll be there for that. Okay, so not possibly what you expected in regard to tonight, Colleen, because you've just asked about love, I think. I didn't write the question down, but I think you asked about love and something else. But thanks, Lauren. I'm noticing the names. I try to absorb who's coming on a lot so that I can, you know, obviously try to do a few newbies, you know, a few regulars, all that sort of stuff as we go on. It's Kasha. It's hard to place you all when I'm on this format because I'm in a bit of a different space, but thank you all for coming. Okay, so have you got the list as well? I'm going to wait for Colleen to validate. Okay, yeah, alright. So,
just validated, yeah.
Son has partner, daughter talking to a young man. Yeah. So there's more to come in life. Okay, more chapters for the kids too. That's very exciting. Congratulations in advance for all of you, and love. And your move, just take a breath when you're packing. Anything you want to keep of his or not, it's entirely up to you. But I am seeing a couple of more heartfelt moments that are hard. If you're not ready to let something go, your new partner will understand if he's the one for you. Okay, so you keep whatever you want or don't. You trust what you want in that, sweetheart, all right? I don't know if you've done that yet or if that's reflecting just more of it upcoming, but you do what's right for you. So thank you so much to Boogs for doing validations. It gets a bit more into the video side for like YouTube when I put this up later for people just to see about the afterlife. But that blows me away. That's the afterlife, and you've asked me a question about love, so wow. You've got 2 grandchildren also, lovely. So Yeah, lots of stuff still to come for you, sweetheart. So let's have a look here. Look, there's a bit of a lag as well, so I just wanted to explain that. So hubby's doing really well to be handling that, because I'm about 30 seconds ahead of you, okay, and your comments are behind for me. I know that much. So Brian, okay. Brian, look, I did inbox Brian last week. He came on the live last week, and like I said, he's been coming for a long time, and he came on the wrong video, so it was just like, no. So I did inbox him a little bit, and I felt an older lady to you past Brian, okay? It felt like the one who would have raised you, or felt like their mum. It doesn't always mean their mum, okay? Also, too, there was family reunion, okay, and a couple of other bits that were even possibly more private, so maybe it was meant to be. But what I want to do with you, Brian, is actually have a bit of a go on the playing cards, okay, for those of you who don't know me yet. Playing cards are the go when we're looking at the future. At the very beginning, if you missed it, it's free will and choice. I can't stress that enough. People don't seem to hear it a lot, and they think, oh, it's, you know, that came toward me, but I said no. Like they're sort of half having a go at me. It's like, well, I never said what you do with it, honey. You know, so think of it like that I'm a human being interpreting as well. So let's have a look at you, Brian. I'm just going to ensure when to stop the cards. These are really lovely. I've done over 50,000 readings. Probably 35,000 of them are with playing cards. And I prefer not to use them when I'm looking at the other side, but I really want to look at your future, Brian. I've just seen him around the pages that I run and looking for hope and so on. So let's have a look at this first, and we'll see what comes through for you from the other side. Okay, I'm seeing two females to do with you in the family, Brian, okay? So it is family focus upcoming, even though you might have work question. We can just look quickly at a bit of things. There's a bit of delay around resolution to do with that. There's someone owing someone some money, okay? I don't know if someone owes you some money, all right? But it will come back to you, Brian. That will come back to you one way or another, okay? So I'm seeing someone owing you some money or a bill that you've had to put out and someone's late with it. And look, I'll let you decide where this is or see where it is upcoming, but a big yes, you're getting the money back. That would probably be a little bit annoying for you upcoming, perhaps, so that's some hope there. I don't know if you know about that yet. There's a move for you, Brian. I have no idea whether you own your home. I really don't know much about Brian. I know he's very heartfelt. He said yes there. But you're moving. You've got the moving card. Look, this is always free will and choice, like I said. This is a definite wish to do with that. This is to do with family resolution as well. Okay, so when you say yes there, Brian, just tell me what you're saying yes to. Like I said, there's about a 30-second lag, so I've usually said 100 more words by then. Most Australians talk at about 75 words a minute. Americans, my husband's American. You lent your brother a lot of money. Oh my gosh, Brian. You are kind, but it's coming back. Look, whether it's from brother or not, the universe is bringing it back to you, okay? And you have not asked this. You can be assured of that information. It is delayed. This isn't quite yet, okay? I'm still seeing you being okay, but this must be annoying, okay? It's not fun. Wow, blows me away. I would see him with a partner, your brother. So validate for us, Brian, if he's with a partner. Okay, it's a female partner. I'm seeing that there's influence from the two other females to do with this brother who owes you money, who will help you with this as well. So it's other people influencing that. Okay. Someone might sell a house or do something. Okay. Yeah, he's married. All right. Validate for us about you moving or thinking of moving. This could be a family property. There's something to do with positivity around moving. It wouldn't be an unexpected thing. Okay, so I'm not going to try place this for you, but when it comes up just like that, it's the 10 of diamonds with the 9 of hearts. It's definitely something I need to talk to you about, and it's positive with the 9 of hearts. So it's not like one time I got We had a new owner of an apartment. It was at the beach. It was a beautiful place that I paid all of $120 a week when my son was little. And new owner kicked us all out to redo it. Oh, I was devastated. It was the 7 of spades, not the 9 of hearts on the 10 of diamonds. So it's a whole different scenario. Look, I ended up fine. We're in a little country house. It was beautiful. But ultimately, it's definitely something to do with work in here as well. Okay, so I'm seeing improvement to do with, look, I would say this is a partnership, okay? Like I said with the example, I don't know if you heard that, Brian, of my son earlier, where it wasn't the guy he was dealing with a year ago that I told him about. It's happened now. Look, just keep that in mind, okay? You always trust your intuition about where this lands or what have you. I'm not saying you have to trust everybody in the now, but there is a female to do with a partnership, okay, for you. This is to do with business, all right? I'm not saying there isn't love in there as well. Again, I don't know whether people are married or not and all the rest of it. You don't have to tell me. It all becomes sort of, clear unless I ask you to validate that. But just validate for us a move or even a second place for you. Look, I'm seeing an own home, Brian. So, like I said, I don't know what's in the now for you, but you definitely have that in there. You're single, all right. There is love in here for you, but you've got this other stuff first. Okay. Look, I would say probably within 6 months you're getting this money back one way or another. All right, that's a generalisation. I'm trying to give you just a bit more grounding or reality around that. So just validate the move for us. Do you hire people, Brian? I have no idea what Brian does. I haven't stalked him or anything. I didn't Google Kyle Sandilands, the famous radio guy, for those of you not in Australia, until after I'd dealt with him for over a year. And then I dared to Google him. So your brother said he was going to sell the house. Okay. This is all happening, Brian. This blows me away. So just to backtrack with Brian's comment there, where his brother said he was going to sell the house, look, I see that he will and that he's going to pay you back. And if that's a lot of money, that's really going to help you. And this is within 6 months is how I see it. Okay, look, it could be a bit longer maybe to sell or what have you, but I'm seeing that you'll be quite comfortable quite soon with this resolved. Yeah, to pay you back. Keep pushing him. Yeah, don't back off. I would say keep going with whatever you're doing in the now to resolve this, Brian. And Michelle, I'm assuming that that's a relative shooter on her one before. So families will come on. Tell me when you're in families too. But it's lovely that you've come on. I probably won't get to, like I said, read everyone. But it doesn't mean you can't all come back, and then I look at Michelle or, and so on. So I'm seeing something to do with hiring someone, Brian. Look, this is fabulous. This is also, apart from the cards, things that this older lady who's passed. So let's just go there quickly to finish, and then I will move on to the next person. But hey, I'm glad it was good news. It's not always good news for people. I'm seeing a slight problem with the internet for some reason. Okay, so... Hi, Nella. It's going to be minor, but I see random things, okay? I see random stuff for people too that you can't predict, which, hey, tells me there's more. There's more. There's love out there, and there's more. There's some sort of love force that connects us all. Yeah, something going on like that. How else can I traverse into everyone's lives and the afterlife? It's definitely needing permission, perhaps. It's not a thing where I can just look willy-nilly. It doesn't work like that, but bit of a good surprise around, look, I'm not medically trained, but there's something around health for you, Brian. This is directly relating to you. If you're feeling any sort of symptoms, or you haven't gone for your checkup however often, just pop in. It could just even be that. I'm definitely seeing getting a skin check, Brian. All right, so get your skin checked. Look, I've got to as well. So get your skin checked if you haven't recently, and you're going to avoid some problems later. Honey, like I said, I'm not medically trained, but I say you what I see, and I said that to an 18-year-old a few years ago, and she went, and the doctor was very happy I'd sent her. So I just said, I'm not saying panic and go tomorrow, but in the next little while, Brian, do get your skin checked, and I'm seeing possibly a couple of things removed, but you'll be fine. I'm seeing your father passed, Brian, so can you validate for us your father? This is more direct than your nan. So in regard to, I don't know if you didn't have a contact with him, or if he's just been gone a long time, or if he's, I feel him passed. All right, so can you just validate for us your father in there? I'm seeing, I don't know if you have siblings to different fathers.
Debbie Mealing validating.
What's that?
Debbie Mealing validating.
Okay, sorry, we'll just, so Brian, I have a triple hernia and had a melanoma. Okay, Brian, so that's validation. Wow, yes, you're already on that. That's great. Never met your father. Wow, okay, we're just going to quickly go back to, where was it? Who had a validation?
Oh, that's alright. She was just validating.
Oh, no, that's alright, tell me.
I don't remember it.
Do you remember who it was?
Debbie Mealing.
Okay. Oh, okay, so Debbie's on with Colleen, who I just did the reading for at the beginning. Oh, it made you cry. Look, it almost made me cry, and I'm pretty much trying to suck it up, as it were. I usually have a good cry later for everybody, but it's a happy cry of connection, so don't feel sorry for me. I like it. Look, I do my best, Debbie. We'll see how we go. I do it random. So you never met your father. Wow, Brian. Okay, so lots of stuff coming through for you tonight. You've waited long enough, I think over 6 months for your reading. Yeah, so, look, I'm seeing him past. There's going to be more to that, most definitely, but there is a big emotion from him of love and spirit, Brian. We'll perhaps go there another time. I think that's possibly a whole other thing. I don't know if we want to do everything in public always. Look, for those of you who do want private readings, I do often suggest other people in the private group, which you can see linked to, it's free, you can see it linked to my page, and I'll share it up on the comments. We share a lot of stuff on there, and I'm really starting to get people into that idea that I want other mediums, all sorts of people, anyone you recommend to put on there as well, so it becomes like a hub of safeness for us all. All right, I've had this is interesting. I don't think this is to do with it. I don't want to confuse you, Michelle. It doesn't quite work like that. She's asking if Brian's father's initial starts with a J. It's not quite like Google. I have had a Jason come through, but it's not you guys. I don't think. He's younger. He's younger than, I'm not sure when the dad passed. This is separate to any of this. He came through a couple of weeks ago. He hasn't been claimed from last week's video, but I don't think that's him. Like I said, I feel like that would be a whole other chapter for you guys, all right? So please come back, even if it's you who asked Michelle. You might... Okay, so Brian's young brother. So is there a Jason? So your brother Jason passed. So it's you. Let's see if it's you. Okay, all right. You missed it last week, Brian. So this would make sense. Yeah, I mentioned it last week, Taylor. Hi, Nina. So I'm not catching all your comments. I'm trying to keep things entertaining as well. Wow. So I mentioned this on last week's live. You know, so you know I'm coming in with a lot of transparency here. And I picked up his name today because I thought I'm going to actually need your name, honey. If you want me to talk to everyone, I need your actual name to get to who it is, all right? So there we go, Jason, his name. Oh. Wow. What's the Navy to do with you guys? Okay, so we've got Michelle and Brian on, who are related. Sorry if I forget things as we go. Lots of information. Hi Amy, hi Jade. So how do you guys connect with the Navy? All right, think about people in the family, Brian and Michelle. There's also the name Kylie. All right. So I'm assuming you have a sister to your dad. Brian. Modern families, I tell you. How do you associate with the name Kylie? Because there's an achievement. To do with your... Oh, okay, so we're talking about the brother. So I'm getting confused a little bit here. Okay, so the army. All right. Let's have a look. Donna Mackerel is also on him as Brian's sister. All right. There's a few of you. All right. I'm thinking there's a sister around, so that's Donna. All right. Wow. I just have to collect myself here. This is blowing me away tonight. It's like the more I do it, the more open it gets. And he's come through a couple of weeks ago. I was doing a reading for my husband and I to do with jobs and stuff. And then this man comes and goes, hi. I want you to find my people. Okay, wow. It's usually someone I've already met, or, you know, they'll... Okay, all right. So there is a split family there. So Brian have his own father and sister has another father. Yeah, I was getting confused. Sorry about that. So what I'm looking at now is what Jason told me, okay? Because he told me quite a bit of interesting information already. So he talked about that connection there. Look, I'd ask you about Navy or the name ensign, like the ensign on a ship, or... Okay, so there's quite a few of you stepsisters and brothers. So Jason's talking about having a sister as well. Okay, Brian, so did you two have a sister with Jason? Or is there a daughter to you, Brian, or something like that? So he's talking about a celebration. Okay, but it looked like a younger female to me. She looks a bit young to be a sister. Big celebration about somebody. I'd also ask, is there... Yeah, okay, so... Is it Marie? Yeah, so... there's quite a few there. Think about the name Kylie. Think about Jason's life at the time. I don't know how old he is, or was. But that blows me away. I just need to have a bit of a sip of drink here. Oh. Now, he was talking about a granddad still here. Everyone else would be gone. Okay, so this will be a final validator. So, the granddad. He was 30 when he passed, yeah. It's a young man. Is there a granddad still here? Look, we're not going to worry about whether it's step brothers and sisters. It's a little bit confusing. We'll just go with it. You guys let me know. There's a female with an achievement. They've all passed. To Jason. Okay, does someone have a daughter in your family? So this, I assume, would be either Brian or one of the sisters' daughter. Have a daughter. There's a celebration to do with this daughter. She's looking about the age of 20 or 18 or 21. I don't know. It's a celebration around this young girl. Hi, Helen. We're just getting our validators from some mind-blowing stuff. Wow. Wow, so this for me, I mean, not, like I said, I won't get to everyone. I do get a bit quicker near the end, go through people a bit more, but it's... look, I'm not getting a reading, you know, tonight. I give myself the odd reading. I guess I'm lucky like that, but it's a bit harder to read for me. So Brian's daughter is 28. Okay. Look, it seemed very specific to do with the younger female. Look, it could be Brian's daughter. Like I said, ages are hard. It's hard to see in that regard. It's more like a... looking a little bit like almost like a cartoon. It's hard to describe. It's more like a video game image rather than a real one. But anyway, I look quite smooth in that. I might look 23 in that. So, okay, there's a celebration. So look, proof of the afterlife. And that's why I'm doing this, just to really get my own proof. I've had a lot of proof before, but I love it to give that as well for you all. Okay. So I feel like I've got to read more people, guys, but there's got to be a granddad to your daughter, Brian. Let's just quickly at the end go there. There's got to be a granddad to your daughter. Somewhere in there. Could even be interrelated. Okay. And the name Kylie. So there's two things there. Like I said, don't obsess. Don't obsess over what isn't there. We've had at least 15 validators for you guys of the afterlife, at least. I mean, just blows me away. Blows me away. Alright, so Colleen there, that was the first question written down. So there you go, I got that right. Thank you so much, Brian, and your family. I know there's more. Look, come on next week. We can do a bit of a saga maybe with you guys. Come on at the very beginning if you're going to participate in that way. I'm fascinated with your family there. Okay, we'll figure these things out. All right, so come back next week, guys, because I do want to read quite a few of you tonight and every time. And I just like to do at least the last half of randomly quick going through. Okay, so all right, so Robin Miller, you still on, Robin? Tell us you're on, Robin Miller. Okay, so is your grandson okay, and will you see your daughter? Is that correct? I'm going to do a bit more than what you've asked, Robin. We found Jason. We found Jason. You're welcome, Donna, so the sister of Brian. You're welcome. It's an absolute pleasure. So I'm just reading through everything there just to see if Robin Miller is still on. Because if she's not on, I'm going to keep moving on. Okay. Robin, if you come back another time, let us know you're here. I will try to go back to you. It's just going to be a lot better if we interact together. So when you come on, don't give up getting read. All right? Maybe Robin gave up and thought, oh, I'll never be read.
Denise Green says Robin's her cousin.
Tell Robin she's silly. All right, Denise? She's on my list, all right? Literally, it's going to end up being in order. So, look, whoever turns up at the beginning is going to be more likely to be read. Also, to share it. Share it. We will notice. So, Debbie Mealing, I saw that you asked a question next. I don't have the question written here, so can you tell us a little bit more? I'm assuming you're related to Colleen, and I remember the beginning of what you said earlier on the comments. I won't scroll back. You talked about Sarah as well, who I read a couple of weeks ago, I think. Look, I start losing a track and who's here and, you know, all that sort of stuff. Who was here last time? I've got a few people saying, I'm here waiting. Hi, Karen. So, Debbie Mealing. Have you got more of a list?
Oh yeah, there's a couple here.
Is there a couple at the end there you can add on? Because I think we'll...
Yeah, still keep adding.
Jenna Warner. Jenna Warner, you were actually next. Okay, so I will be reading you in a sec, alright? Alright, so you're looking for a medium reading, Jenna. Alright. I'm going to go with Jenna. Keep asking. If people aren't on, like I said, there's a bit of a lag. Alright, so Debbie Mealing, finances and love and friends. Finance, love and friends. So sorry, there is a bit of a lag. Look, sometimes people's internet drops out and all that stuff. Hi, Brooke. So I'm going to read just for Jenna, and then I'm going to read for Debbie, and then we will definitely have time for more. Okay. So sorry about that, Debbie. I'm not sure if it was just the lag. Alright, so we want to look at loved ones for you. Alright, Jenna, I'm not coming in with any logic, like I said. I do see Look, this is always a little bit difficult, and I'm not even sure if this is someone else, but there's someone's daughter on here. Okay, if I've said to you, Jenna and Debbie, I'll come back to you, but whose daughter has passed? Someone on here has their daughter passed. I don't know that this is you, Jenna. Now, I haven't seen all the comments. I'm not sure where this is, okay? No, I don't think this is you yet, Jenna. This is someone pushing in. Okay, there's just a lot of pain around this. I will come back to you, Jenna. Oh, I'm not always in control. I keep getting an M initial to do with... Okay, so Brooke's saying there was a lady that commented about her daughter that has passed. Okay, validate for us. I'm not sure who that was. An M initial to do with that. Okay, daughter. Jenna, you've got a grandmother to do with you. Jenna, I don't see what you look like really, but validate for us that you've had a grandmother pass. She looks like a lady that's quite old. All right, I would assume in her 80s. She would have had problems with her walking near the end. Your great-grandma. So you must be quite young, Jenna. Maybe tell us how old you are if you want. You don't have to. Yeah, she's quite old. Okay, and the walking problem. She's beautiful. I love the little old ladies. You know, they've had a long life. She's definitely sending you a lot of love. Seeing a male to the side of you still here, Jenna. Do you have a brother? Because she's showing me more than one of you. Okay, could be a cousin. So you're 32 next month. Yeah, you're still quite young for this to be grandma. I wondered, I'm like, but you seem younger than this. Okay, have you got a partner? I'm being shown a male to the side of you. It's to do with not somebody who's passed, okay? And this is what this little old lady's showing me. I'm also seeing a woman who, look, I would assume that she's still here. Gosh, sometimes it's a little bit tricky to tell, but she's in a skirt suit. She looks like she's in her 60s to me, Jenna. So you have a partner. Does this relate to a mum-in-law still here? Ah, you had trouble answering, Robin. Okay. You're definitely in the mix. We're just sort of going with Jenna for a second. So you're Denise's cousin. Okay, Robin. I've seen Robin around, but I get media. Okay, so you're saying yes, Jenna. Tell us what you're saying yes to. It's just really good if I edit this up or what have you because of the delay. Because I've said a couple of things since I said that. So I'm not quite sure what I said now. Tell us what that was about. I'll keep going. Your partner and the mum-in-law. Okay. I've seen them very much in your life. Okay. Yeah, the mother-in-law. I remembered now. I won't talk about mum-in-laws. Maybe I forgot on purpose. So the mother-in-law. But I'm seeing it quite in your life. I'm seeing, look, does she do the skirt suit? Does she wear a skirt suit? Look, this could be you at work as well. Look, I am seeing you working, Jenna. You've actually asked about the afterlife, and I'm seeing your life a little bit. I always get a bit of both, I guess. So tell me about that as well, because like I do see kids. I don't know if you've already got kids, Jenna, but I see them. I see a couple running around. They look little to me. I don't know if they're already here. Hi, Shania. So just validate those couple of bits for us, but it would definitely be your great-grandma. Because I'm seeing your mum-in-law involved. Okay, so you've got an 8-year-old. I'm definitely seeing your mum-in-law involved with your children. I'm seeing more than one. So you're saying there's an 8-year-old or you have 8 kids? I'm not quite sure what you're telling me, Jenna. If it's 8 kids, my lord. Oh gosh, you have 8 kids. Wow, it was 8 kids. Oh my gosh, I stopped at 1. That's enough. The youngest is a month old. Wow, okay, yeah, okay. Well, that would be a feature in your energy, that's for sure, all those children. Gosh, yeah. There's a cute little boy in there. I mean, it's just because he's running around. He's got a nappy on. So I'm assuming there's a little boy that runs around. He's got a nappy on, or will be running around soon. Just lots of joy around your kids. So yeah, so 5 girls and 3 boys. Ah, wow. So that's possibly your work, I guess. I don't know, working out there. But I'm seeing your mum-in-law involved. So just validate for us if mum or mum-in-law. Okay, so George is the 1-month-old. Yeah. So lots of stuff. Look, such life's moments. I'm seeing you possibly later wishing you got a few more pictures. You might feel you're a bit obsessed sometimes. Don't worry. Post away, Jenna. Post away. Post them all forever. Save them to another device as well. Okay, because I'm seeing lots of birthday celebrations as their lives unfold. And look, these are always the magnetised potentials. It's a reading's never a guarantee of life. Look, there's still random events, I believe. But we send love and do our best in life, don't we? It's up to nature, the rest. Not up to us. And it's not completely set. It's influenced by us, but look, they say the law of attraction draws in what you are, but I don't completely agree. I think that maybe we draw someone in who needs some help, or we draw in a situation that looks negative, so we learn that, and then when we get out of that situation, we help others. Okay, so you're specifically looking to hear from your pop. Look, at this point, it's just going to make it a bit quicker, I guess, if you ask for the specific people. There's always validators around that, but otherwise I'll see lots of stuff because I'm looking in general. So your pop, okay. Look, I see something to do with the beach. I don't know why, Jenna. Okay, this can be roundabout, but I'm being shown a beach. After you asked me about pop, it might be a bit of a delay talking to the other side. I have no idea, Taylor Carter. I'm going with the flow. It's pretty much, I'm trying to go in order on the list. So get on at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Hi, Jeanette. So something to do with the beach there. I just want to, with Jenna at the end here, for her bit, look at her pop. Okay. And then I'm going to look at Robin and then Debbie Mealing, and then we'll see who else there is. I don't know the time. I feel quite good. We might get to you, Taylor. I'm not sure, honey. Hi, Jeanette. Okay, so you have, so Jenna's, you have 2 that passed. Your mum, dad loved fishing. Yeah, okay. All right, so it's the water there and that validator there for you in regard to them. They're around your kids, most definitely. I'm seeing what looks to me like a backyard. Look, I don't come in knowing where you live, but are you a bit more rural, Jenna? Okay, because I'm seeing things like longer grass outside where you are and things that you just wouldn't find so much in the city. And so validate for us where you live, Jenna. So I'm seeing more rural. I do see Australia. It's mostly Australians on right now because of the time zone difference, but not always the way. And I'm seeing, look, this could be something from your past, Jenna. I'm seeing, hang on, no, it got stuck here. I'll just check. Hi, Bernadette. She's one of the readers I recommend. Who does private readings. She's a spiritual medium. She's a lovely lady, Bernie. Readings with Bernie. I post her sometimes, but you can certainly post your link, Bernadette. She's in the Woy Woy area, and she's available for private. She does internet as well, and she does a lot of aftercare. She's lovely. All right, so okay, so George looks up at the ceiling. So you're at Warilla. Look, I don't know exactly. I've heard of it, and yes, Australia. Okay, so not exactly in the centre of town, as it were. I don't think Warilla, from memory. Okay, so your young son, interesting that he's the one sort of being pointed out a bit, possibly because he's younger and he can see more things. Look, I definitely wondered that with my son. He's 21 now, and I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot about kids. Unfortunately, they can't talk to me to validate that when they're so young, but I do think that they see more than we do. Their eyes are changing physically. Look, I'm no doctor, but definitely our eyes change after about 8 weeks. My son was born with dark blue eyes, and he's got very dark brown eyes. Bit odd. But I think we're all born with blue eyes, I believe. And then they change. Oh, Rach, your kids are arguing. Yeah, okay, so Rach is in Woy Woy. I was recommending Bernadette Popick. Hopefully she's got a comment just above you. Hopefully she'll put out her link there to her page. But she does private readings, okay? I don't do them anymore. I did too many. All right, so your son has blue eyes, yeah. So, oh, look, there's lots there for you. We've validated things about your, where you live. There's something to do with the beach, okay? Look, was there beach fishing? You talked about fishing with your parents, but was there a time with your pop or your father to do with the beach? Okay, so just validate that for us, Jenna. I know we've got a lot of people on. Lovely to see you all. And I want to look at Robin, okay? We might go back and forward a little bit, Jenna, as you reply. But Robin, let's go. All right, Robin. I'll just go for it, even if you don't answer, Robin, but I'll assume you're there. I'm just going to use my intuition here. Look, you've asked two very specific things, which is, your pop was the beach. Oh, thank you, Jenna. So that validates him. Look, definitely come back, Jenna. Ask for other people. Now you're sort of in a bit more trust with me, you can probably just come in and ask. Oh, you're welcome, Bernie, for the referrals. She's thanking me, but look, the work's you. You're the lovely one out there, so hey, you deserve to be referred. So that's lovely validation for you, Jenna, about your pop. And that's who I was really trying to tap into, and that's the one that showed me the beach there. So just for the point of reading more people, I'll close it there with you, Jenna. Thank you so much for being read. If you didn't all come on, I wouldn't get this experience either, and that would be quite depressing. So, Robin's asked a specific question. Look, I love getting a variety of questions, so this is always nice. This has been good synchronicity. Is your grandson okay, and will you see your daughter? I'm going to do a card spread on this for you, Robin. I don't know if I've read for you before. I know I've seen your name before. I think you might have come on a live about a year ago on YouTube that didn't work, and I ended up doing it on the questions. You're welcome, Jenna. I don't have to know whether you're on that, but look, I don't remember any detail. Okay, I now know you're Denise's cousin, but doesn't mean a lot. There's a lot of families and a lot going on for everybody, so I can't place it. Totally newbie. So let's have a look. All right. Like I said, it's not set fate, but there will be magnetisations in there now. I'm seeing health. Now you've asked, is your grandson okay? And will you see your daughter? Is health involved with this question as well? Okay, I'm not medically trained, but I have got the card of health here. Something to do with the, you met me in Quirindi, sorry. Said it wrong. Okay, so I did a stage show earlier in the year in Quirindi. Oh, that blew my mind. I did about 25 privates there, and I cried for a while. That was hard. There was a lot of young people passed there in that town. That was hard. So thanks for validating that, Robin. Like I said, you know, this is, I don't mean to, wish I could remember everyone. So I'm seeing health to do with perhaps your question or in general. Okay, so validate that for us, Robin, where that's going to sit. I am seeing that there is something there to do with money as well. I'm not sure if there was any problem to do with money. Look, I'm not going to assume what this is. It's possibly to do with your question, okay? It's not a bad news around money, but it was money going out, possibly to do with your question. Okay, it's keeping a track. It's a yes on the money. It's like it's okay. Look, as your father passed, Robin. All right, just backtrack to us what you're talking about there, Robin. He was one and his mate died 11 months. What's the time, do you know?
8 to 1.
Yeah, I'm going to go for another sort of 10, 15 minutes. I start to lose a track after about an hour of doing it at this level. It's a little bit harder than a person stage show in a way not, because we're sitting in our bedroom. But ultimately, it's a little bit trickier in a way because I'm traversing distances. So your dad 9 years ago, okay, all right, I caught up in my own head. I'm just going, come on, talk back to me. Tell me who was coming through. All right, sorry about that, Robin. I'm keeping a track now. Okay, so, all right, so your dad, yeah. So he's coming through. He definitely wants to give you a lot of love. Look, they all do. And okay, I'm not quite sure who the people, you're talking about Jared and Ben. Who's got the health issues now? Okay, is this to do with your grandson, or how does this all link back to your family and your daughter? For us, I know this is probably a little bit private, but give us what you can, because I just want to validate why I'm getting this other, I mean, they want to come through obviously for you from the other side, but you've got a specific question there. Look, I do get it, it will sort out, but there's boundary forming to do with it. Okay, so just validate for us, Robin, who's got the health issues. That around the question with your grandson. Who's got the hospital upcoming? Okay, I'm not here to give you fear at all, but it's what I'm saying, and you probably already know about it. Seeing someone saying there, Lauren saying your brother has health issues a lot. I'm reading Robin, so that's going to be for Robin somewhere. Your ultimate answer to the question you've asked, Robin, which is your grandson okay and will you ever see your daughter? Yes. Oh, okay, so since the passing she's not talking to you, and your grandson is your daughter's son. Alright. Yeah, it will ease up. It will ease up for you, Robin. Give it time. It's got the card of delays. There's delays as well for you. Who is going to look at their health upcoming, Robin? It seems quite important. Hi, Debbie. We're mid-think right now. Looking at Robin's life here. Oh, gosh. That's hard. It's hard when family aren't talking. It's obviously a situation that you want to resolve. I'm seeing you reaching out more often than not, but perhaps changing the style and waiting a little bit. Oh, don't be sorry, Lauren. It's all good. I do post sometimes some readers who read to the collective, so they basically come on and read to you all. I think that's quite cool too, but I don't do that at this point. Hi, Hayley. So just validate for us a couple of things there to do with health, Robin. This isn't an omen of bad stuff. It will be resolved, but it's someone needing the doctor there. It's to do with blood pressure or heart. Look, it could be sugars, but yeah, okay. It's probably your husband. It's a male. Does he go much? Does he go? Is he a good boy or not? Do we need to hassle him? We can only lead the horse to drink the water, but it's not an indication of a passing. But look, the future's not set. Sooner than later. Definitely, Robin. Around your husband, look, it's not to say it's not around your mum, but I'm seeing it more immediate around getting him sort of checked out. I don't want you to panic. I just don't know if he's... Debbie's had to... So he's not a good boy. Is that what you're saying, Robin? So Debbie had to log back in because the battery ran out. Did a misreading. If you can scroll back afterwards, so once I've finished, you can actually watch the video back, everybody. Oh, Debbie, no, look, I didn't get to you, Debbie. I will confess. We're reading Robin. Yeah, okay, so no, I didn't get to you yet, Debbie. That's okay. He hates the doctor. Yeah, so he's a naughty boy. Look, I'm seeing him, look, get the family in on it, all right? Get everyone in on it. If he's complaining, right, don't want you to panic, oh my God, I've got to get him to the doctor tomorrow. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying soon he'll be complaining about something and he needs to get it looked at. Okay, so he'll go. Everyone will drag him along and he will go, and it's not like a big event, but I do see there is something to be fixed, all right? It'll be fine. Look, this could be in years to come even. I don't want you worrying about this, Robin. Just notice things. It will work out around that. And I'm also seeing, like I said, that contact. I'm seeing more than one grand. Do you have 2 other grandkids, Robin? Just love to validate the yes for you. I'm seeing at least 3 grandkids there, Robin. Do you have other ones yet? Now, I know you mentioned names. Oh, he has to go to the doctor next week for blood pressure. So he's already booked in. Good boy. Yes. Okay, so that's all it is. I'm like, I don't want to panic her, but it's in here. And wow, so that's what's next. All right, that's going to basically keep him around for a while. Good. So you have a girl and a grandson. All right. So have you got 3 yet? Or was it just the... I'm saying 3 grandchildren. Okay. So just validate for us if there's 3 yet, because there will be another one if there isn't. Okay. We just work it out with sums, with maths. There's also another male. Look, it might be someone you've mentioned, but there's another male who's passed. But he was a bit younger than the rest. So I'm not sure who that male is to you, or it's all just a bit much confusion for me. Doing my best. Oh, Jared was your first grandson. Okay, so that'll be the male. The young one. So that's the 3. So you've got 2 here. I'm not sure. I'll let you interpret, but there's 3 grandchildren. There will be a 4th at some point. I never profess to know how these things occur or whether they're... so Jared was the youngest family member to pass. Yeah, okay, so he's the other grandson that's talking about being on the other side. Okay, the younger male. Alright, so you've got 2 still here. 2 grandkids. If not, there's another one. Alright, let you place that, but that's, yeah, wow. He's with a lot of people. Your father. There's all sorts of people. Gosh. I will say on the side here, you've got a bit of extra surprise money here, Robin. Look, sometimes people win a bit of a Keno or something. I don't know what you get into, but... So you've only got the 2. Alright, there will be a 3rd. That makes sense with how I'm being shown it. Because it seems important that it's not what it is at the moment. So that would make a lot of sense that you only the 2 at this point. Yeah, we're all sorry for the loss of your grandson, Robin. Taylor's wanting to revisit the reading from last week. Look, I probably won't get to it. I've got one more and I've gone over time, Taylor. It's never just quick. Alright, it's never just a quick revisit. I'm still to edit up a few videos from last week, Taylor, though, so you are getting a treat that I won't be offering after really that last week because I'm starting full-time work, but I'm going to do a little edit of yours, Taylor, okay, so we can actually discuss a bit of that in regard to a post. So, don't worry too much, Taylor. You've shown commitment. I'll look at that this week, sweetie. I've got my last interview that's scheduled for this week on Wednesday, and then I'll be definitely cutting up some videos. I didn't get time. I've been job hunting for a few months, and they're high-level corporate jobs, and they're very involved. I had I think 5 days of stuff this week that I had to do. I had 4 tests for the one job, and then this and then that. So, but it'll be cool, Taylor. It'll be. Look, I want to do this while I've got the time as well in regard to a bit of ongoing stuff, but look, it will ultimately end up just being the Sunday nights and randomly seeing who's who. So let's have a quick look for you, Debbie Mealing. You had more future question. Look, thank you very much, Robin. Look, he was talking about the beach, Jenna. Look, I understand that people are going to want more, okay? But you mentioned the beach there, Jenna, and look, I'm giving you my time for free. You've had several validators, Jenna, in regard to that, and you're coming back complaining at me. So we're both upset now. It's something I'm just doing for the love of it. I'm not here to prove anything to you. I spent a bit of time with you, Jenna, so I would have preferred to thank you, but we'll leave it at that. Go back and have a look at your reading after the thing there, all right? After it finishes, you can scroll back and look at the whole thing, all right? Well, I'm glad you're not complaining at me because it's a lot of pressure up here. I think you can tell. It's a lot of people who are desperate. There's a lot of people who are just as deserving as the next person. And so I prefer to hear your validations, and then you can come back on next week, like I said, Jenna. So I do read the same people. Oh, thank you, Robin. I do read the same people. Look, it's something that I've just seen in general as a general trend, so I'm not meaning to direct that all at you, honey. But I will say that, you know, it's not all-knowing. I don't have time to read you all for an hour. Yeah. So look back on that afterward, Jenna. It's a situation where there's so many validators for you. You had quite a few things that you asked me or that you wanted to know about or that came up. So I do my best in a mini-read, honey. Join the private page if you like. There's going to be people trying out their skills, I'm sure, as readers. All right, so it's like I'm going to cut that bit out of the live video because I keep them up. But I'm human. I'm going to show my emotion as well. So look, let's have a look here at Debbie Mealing. I want to do a little fun playing card spread for you. Debbie, finance, love and friends. Quite a few questions in that, but that's okay. We'll see what comes up. So Debbie, where are you, Debbie? This will be the last reading for tonight. I usually do the hour. The private page, Claudine, and I've gone over time, Claudine, I'll put it up, but it is linked to this Philippa-Lee, the spiritual tourist. Great, Debbie, we just had cards fall out. Let me get them. Okay. You've got a phone call coming, Debbie, about work. Validate that for us. You've also got something going on with the vehicle. Debbie, I'm just going to put my chair back up. The private page I'll link in afterwards on the comments. Okay, by tomorrow, Claudine. But it is linked to my page already that you're probably watching this on. We're getting better at the techness, but... All right. Hi, Renz Robbo. So I'm just going to put these cards back in. Okay, so Debbie, they talk about work and some sort of phone call and a vehicle. There are a couple of bits that are a little bit more specific for you. Do you comp anything? Thank you, Marie. Do you comp anything for work to do with driving or transport at all, Debbie Mealing? So I'm just going to write your name on this one. I had to start a new bit of paper. I'm going to spread the cards out for you and see where those little bits and bobs landed up. So you're wanting a new car but had a car accident last week. All right, that's the vehicle stuff. I'm going to tell you that I would assume you've got insurance, or there was insurance to do with this, because it looks fine. All right. So I'm not sure what's going on with that vehicle. If you can just tell us a bit more, because that's the feature around at the moment, and that's really interesting. You've had the accident. I'm sorry you had the accident. Glad you're okay. So you've got a phone call to do with that. It's in the now, as they fell out of the deck. You've got the Ten of Hearts on money. Okay, so I am seeing job improvement for you, because the Six of Spades fell out, which is the Six of Swords in the tarot, if you're a bit of a tarot buff. And it means work for me. To some it means travel. Okay, so it was a very minor accident, was claimed through insurance. Right, you've asked me about the future, so I do like to get, it doesn't always work that way, something in the now that you can say yes to already. Because you have got a yes on money. All right, it will get better. Money is perspective. Money is a situation where it can be relative, but it's still plausible and okay to worry, just not all the time, obviously. But we've all got a budget and all that, no matter how much we have. But I am seeing an increase in money for you. It is positive around that. There's an old male to you, to do with someone in spirit, okay? He would have passed in hospital and you would have got to see him before he left, Debbie. Who was that to you? I've lost track of who's who and family and all that sort of stuff. I don't know who you are to Colleen. I would assume you're related. Oh gosh, I forgot now. That's probably because I've gone a bit over time that I'm forgetting stuff. But Debbie, there's an older male to you. And he's talking about being able to visit him before he passed. So that was your pop. Okay. So a lot of love from him, even though you've asked about your future. Wow, these are some nice cards. Really nice. You got the 9 and 10 of Hearts. You got a short trip. 9 and 10 of Hearts together is about you getting your ultimate wish. This is to do with a house. All right, Debbie. So this is to do with a house. So we talked about the car. Haven't asked about a house, but I'm seeing a big yes on that. Okay, and this man who's passed is encouraging you, your pop. So Colleen's your sister-in-law. Okay. So I'm seeing quite a modern home. I'm seeing an owned home, Debbie. So do you own your home at the moment? At this point? Oh, you're welcome, Jenna. You got a bit of my vent on a week of, yeah. A lot of people trying to call me. I don't do inbox anymore. I've had to shut it all down and just keep it to the pages. Look, I love that this is getting out and that people are loving this subject matter. And that, like I said, the private page then connects you with those that do it more ongoing. Look, I got to the top of my game with this when I was a professional, but it's to sit with an hour each time, it's a bit too much pressure. Because it's not quite like Google. It's hard for people to let you go. So I found it a little bit tricky on that front emotionally. It's definitely something though that I believe in and that I want to keep doing each week and give other readers like Bernadette who came on the opportunity to they're maybe stronger than me in that way. Thank you, Karen. I just want to show you it's all real. I'll read for, at least 6 months, but I won't read forever. So come on while you can. Let's have a look here. We'll be doing meditations. I'm more going to teach you all how to do it for yourself. That's what I'll be doing upcoming. So validate for us the owned home there, Debbie. There's a couple of bits maybe you dropped off because I saw you mentioned before whether you'd been read yet and you had to dial back in because of your internet. So look, if that's the case, we will start off next week with you, Debbie. Okay, but you've had your pop come through, which is lovely, and a bit of validation to do with your vehicle. And you've also had Debbie stuff coming to do with good news on money. It's never quick, Jeanette. It's never quick, and I've gone, how much over time now?
21.
Yeah, 20 minutes over time. We all have to do our other things in life. I do this, like I said, to open up the subject matter for you. I'm back next week. Debbie, I just don't feel like we're quite finished, so I will just jot you on for next week. If anyone validates anything like Ryan and it was a bit about moving or something and little bits and bobs, then please do let me know. It's pretty random, like I said. If you've shared, my husband will put you up the top and so on. But yeah, I'm just here to show you that this stuff's real, give you an opportunity to see that I'm a very normal, everyday person, and I see for myself, and this is incredible stuff when I'm looking for a job, or you know, I want to tap in to get some guidance from my own father. It's not like I can just go, hey Dad, turn up. It's not quite like that, but I'll be giving a lot of easy to do tools for you. One great thing, thank you Jeanette, thanks Brooke. One great thing you can do before sleep if you want to dream more is I easily remember my dreams. Okay, so it's going to be things like that I'm putting out on the private page and on the website. Hi Debbie. Yeah, look, I will finish up there. There's just a big lag with the responses there and my mind's wandering. But thank you so much all for coming. Join the private page. I'll put it up now, in fact, so you all have that. And many blessings to you, and I'll see you again, same time, same channel next week. Mwah. Love you all.